Are you ready to step into being the invitation to a life beyond anything you've ever imagined? Living beyond definitions, beyond boundaries, and beyond any limitations? Are you willing to be the seductor or seductress of your life and live a life of having it all? More possibilities, more joy, more irreverence, more ease. ¿Estás listo para abrazar tu seductor interior y disfrutar de la vida? Now here are the hosts of Seducing Beyond Limitations radio show, Rachel Silber and Yuryra Guzman.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to this special day for us, a sexy day and a day dedicated to freedom and movement and sexualness and sexy energy. And I'm so excited. By the way, I'm Yuryra. Maybe if you're wondering who is this crazy person that is talking right now to you, I'm Yuryra Guzman, and I'm one of your co-hosts of Seducing Beyond Limitations. And in this show, we like to talk about everything about seduction. And I can sometimes say in Spanish silly things because I can. And
you're turning me on just with your voice. It doesn't even matter what you're saying, it's how you're saying it.
Exactly. It's the energy of the words that we're having. And Rachel, hi, I'm so excited for our guest and for our show today. Oh my God.
Me too. We have one of my favorite people playing with us. Patty Alfonso, welcome. It is like the middle of the night where you are, no?
It is. It's midnight, and I literally just got in from the airport. I'm in Rome, baby. Talk about sexy and seduction and
sexy and seduction while flying. I like that.
Yeah.
And while arriving and while creating. Well, I love what I've seen you create over the last few years with the pole dancing for consciousness and really a lot of stepping up. Even your website, isn't it like .sexy or something?
Oh, it's beautiful.
It is.
Yeah. Oh my. Talk about being willing to step up, be seen, show up, and move. And so this for the month of July, we're talking about freedom and seduction and being willing to be everything that we be. And so everything, this whole month is speaking of being willing to be free. And I remember when I met you a couple of years ago, you told me that it was a journey to go from where you were to being free enough to like get a website that has .sexy at the end, or to do pole dancing, like not just for you personally, but for the whole world. What was that like?
It's so funny. And even, the journey to freedom is, I think, continuous, like every day, all the time. Every time you choose more for you, you have a little bit more available and a little bit more freedom. So I'm always looking for the places where I can keep unlocking, my body, my being. I started my quote-unquote healing journey back in 2007. And when I was in energy healing school, I became aware that there was an energy in my body, with my body, that I just didn't have access to. And so that's where the journey began, to just that awareness of like, wow, there's more here available. What can I be or do to have it? And so part of, what we had to do in energy healing school was find a movement to complement, our journey. At that time, it's like, the psychological and the emotional and you have to include your body and, find a movement that can help you like move all of these energies. And so, I tried yoga and I tried running, and none of it really lit up my body or gave me that sense of that energy that I could perceive but I couldn't quite access. So that's really how my journey began. And I remember I also did Tantra classes, and I remember like I would go on websites that had these like beautiful women, like laying on the floor or just being really sensual and sexy, and I would totally get freaked out. So I've gone from that, totally shut down, totally locked down, totally repressed, completely just, being quote unquote triggered by those kinds of images, to embracing and being that part of me. And I joke that there was a time in my life, and even now I'm like, really? I'm sexy? Really?
Oh my God, have you not looked
I know.
in the mirror, my dear?
No, I mean, it's not like, it's just one of those things that I guess when you be it, you don't really, I don't know, talk and pod me. But for a long time, I just didn't really think that I was sexy. I thought I was cute and sweet, and, so again, it's a daily journey to rediscover and open that part of myself and my body and embrace it and acknowledge it and be present with it and keep exploring it. So, yeah, I'm super excited to be here. Thank you, ladies, so much for having me.
And, Patty, I love what you say about everything that you said. I just love it. But also, there is one part, like, I saw one of your videos lately. You're dancing, and it's just, you can barely see your figure just moving and with the pole, and you just, oh my gosh, I was turned on. I couldn't get my eyes out of that scene. It was so sexy, so sweet at the same time, so elegant, and the movement of your body was just so subtle. It's not that sexy thing that we have the point of view that is a little bit aggressive or like
no, there was no aggression. You're right. It was totally inviting. It was absolutely beautiful. And that's such a beautiful way to describe it, Yuri, by saying that it's elegant, and it was, and I didn't like tap on that word for it. It was just this like mesmerizing. There's a truth to that which I know I have in me, that I be this somewhere, and I've done my best to contort into, essentially like being more of a stick figure. Have you ever watched Minecraft? Maybe I'm, letting everybody know that I'm there with, kids in the computer in the other room that are, playing on Minecraft. But all these figures are, in Minecraft, they're very square. Everything is very blocky. And it's really interesting because what you were saying there with the elegance is that unblockiness, that smoothness, that subtleness, that just flow, as opposed to that blocky stiffness that most of us.
And that's part of, that's such a wonderful way to explain it. That's part of what the gift of pole dancing is and does for me. But it was really, truly about being with your body and enjoying the curves of your body and allowing your body to move however it wants to move in those 2 minutes. And sometimes it's, it is dirty and raunchy, and sometimes it is soft and delicious and slow. I have another video I'm going to post soon, and I just ran around the poles. And I just played with the poles. Every song for me and for my body is an invitation for my body to choose what she would like to do in those moments. And personally, I have a great appreciation like for yoga and Zumba, but those ways of moving my body, they add and invite me to something else. But what that energy that I was seeking, that sensual, soft, enjoying like and I got really lucky, like with the place. I studied pole dancing at S Factor, and my teacher was super aware of energy and really like invited all of this for all of us in the class. And then so, I've taken pole dancing in a lot of different places, and it's not always that. But when you were, I'm such a creator of magazine. I'm like, I want that, and bam, of course, I created it, like the sort of quote unquote perfect class for my body and the energy that I required. So, what is it that your body requires? What is it that you would like to express with your body, and what is it, out there that will provide that, so that you can get that sense for you and for your body? And so sometimes, I really enjoy the long, soft, sensual stretching that occurs when I'm pole dancing. And it's been such a gift in my life, and I'm so grateful to have it as a specialty class and to be able to, facilitate it. And so how does it get better?
That's awesome.
I have to admit something. We've only been on the call for a few minutes, and as soon as you began speaking about movement, I had to get up off the chair. I could not sit down any longer. My body just wanted to move, and it is literally like swaying and circling from side to side as I'm speaking with you guys, and not from, like I'm pole dancing or it's so happy to be allowed to move. Uncontrollably. Not uncontrollably like, oh my God, the end of the world, but just this so happy to just have my hips swaying and
and I get that everything that your body wants, in the way that your body wants to move, when it comes from that allowance that between you and your body, it's gonna be sexy. It's gonna be an invitation. It doesn't matter if it's just swinging your hips or moving your head or curling your hair. It's whatever it is that your body wants to do. It's gonna be sexy because it's an invitation.
It's a being with your body. Like I don't actually try to be sexy is the thing. I wear what my body wants me to wear. I buy what my body wants me to buy. I eat what my body wants me to eat. I would say no judgment towards my body. I have total gratitude for my body. I have my moments, I'm not perfect. But I'm always in the question with my body about what she requires and what she desires to do. And, if I go to Zumba, I'm like the crazy girl in the front row going in whatever direction my body chooses to go, usually not in the same direction as anyone else. I also was at a yoga class the other day, and I had to watch the teacher do the pose before I could do it, because when she would speak, I couldn't follow. I think that's just part of being autistic. I had to see it, to see the picture. And so I just went at my own pace, and when I needed to stretch differently, I did, because it's like honoring your body and what your body requires in those 10 seconds. And when you try to be sexy because you want to prove that you're sexy, that's a completely different energy. Than just being. And what else can I say there? It's just a totally different energy.
Because being sexy is an energy. It doesn't have to do anything with anything that you do. Is how you be, as you said. It's just is that energy that you be, that it's an invitation, and it's subtle, and it's yummy, and it's I love that.
And I love that invitation, particularly as you were saying before, you had seen yourself as cute or as whatever, and different people would define themselves in different ways, as strict, as prude, as cute, as difficult, as hard, as, whatever, assertive, they have all these different definitions of themselves. And that going from whatever you've defined that's hard and rigid and quote unquote real to letting that go and oozing and shifting and following, okay, well, who am I now and who am I now? And body, what is it that you'd like to do and how is it that you'd like to create? And you know, that softness, that invitation is just so, to me, phenomenal, because it's not something that we see really in the world or be very much. So we're going to go off to a wee break, and I would love for you to touch on that more, on that, you know, for the people who are so specific about the hows, not necessarily getting into the hows, but going beyond the hows into really tuning in. You know? So we're going to have just our wee little break. And yes, you can pee during your break if you feel like it. So enjoy, everybody. And we'll be back with Patty Alfonso in just a moment.
Yay!
How much force and effort have you used in creating your life? What if there is a different possibility? What if the energy of seduction is the invitation that you could step into that will create your life with ease, elegance, and joy beyond any limitation? Join your seductresses Rachel and Yuryra for a playful exploration of enamored living. Is it time to fall in love with your life? Tune in to Seducing Beyond Limitations radio show with Rachel Silber and Yuryra Guzman, where you'll be seduced into stepping into your greatness and playing with yourself in a whole new way. Are you ready to embrace all of you? Listen for Seducing Beyond Limitations every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12 p.m. Central, 11 a.m. Mountain, and 10 a.m. Pacific on A2Zen.fm.
What if there's nothing wrong with you? What if you're far greater than you've ever given yourself credit for? What if it's time to know the gift and the contribution you are to the world and to like yourself a lot more? Hi, my name is Dane here. 13 years ago, I started to truly ask questions. Actually, I started to be the question, and everything changed for me. Asking questions opens doors to infinite possibilities. And it's not about finding the answer. It's about being the question. Always. What I'm inviting you to step into is something that Einstein, Marie Curie, Newton, Da Vinci, Gandhi, Picasso, and Aristotle all knew to be true. What if no question is too big or too small? What if anything is possible for you? What if together we could create a kinder, gentler, happier world? Is now the time? Go to beingyouclass.com and sign up for a free video series, My Gift to You. beingyouclass.com. What if you, truly being you, are the gift and change this world requires? beingyouclass.com.
This is Seducing Beyond Limitations with Yuryra and Rachel. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255. In Canada, 613-800-8736. In the United Kingdom, 033-0001-0625. Or you can Skype us at A2Zen.fm. You can also send us questions or comments by email by sending them to seducingbeyondlimitations@gmail.com. Now back to the program.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Seducing Beyond Limitation, to the month of July, the month of letting freedom ring, where Yuryra and I are ringing so happily with our friend Patty Alfonso, and we're speaking about movement, about your body, about sensuality, about just enjoying living. And seriously, since like the first couple of minutes of the show, my body is standing up and moving, so I might be like out of breath later, panting. I've got no idea, but my body's like dance talking now. So hey,
I love it.
I'm moving and I'm
doing its own thing.
That's like the contribution that bodies can be to each other. Like, where are you, Rachel? In Guatemala? I'm in Rome.
Yeah.
You're in Montana. You know, like, that's the contribution that our bodies can be. There is no, like, time, space, you know, limitation or separation or anything. So thank you. Thank you for being it and receiving it and sharing it. I think we're all a little happy and our bodies are all a little turned on right now. So
Oh yeah, I was just thinking. Yuryra's comment is that she's getting hot, and she may just be naked, and good thing we're not on TV with this. It's so funny because the web. I would literally be dancing on this. I mean, my body's doing things my body has never done before, and that's kind of funny. And it's really enjoyable, and it's not about trying to look sexy. It's just doing whatever weird thing it feels like doing. I mean, I'm doing this Elvis Presley thing with my leg, where it's just whatever my body's eager to express. It's there, it's going.
Yeah. And how honoring it's for our bodies just to listen and allow them to move, because we sometimes we just forget that we have a body and the bodies like to move. So when we acknowledge that, hey, I have a body, and hey, body, how do you want to move? What do you want? What do you desire right now? What can I get you? Who can I get you? Oh, no, that's not really. Well, maybe two. Oh,
you guys are funny.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, I look at
that adventure from that cute and that defined and that whatever, being appropriate for different people. It looks in different ways to being willing to honor you. If you can get people beyond the how but into the ease with it, any tips for them to other than just get up and dance?
Yeah, and I think what's okay. Wow, so many things coming in. Okay, first of all, being in the question with your body, and I mentioned some of those before the break. What would you like to do today? How would you like to move? Getting that sense energetically of what your body desires, using the tool of light and heavy to perceive the energy. That's, I think, the start. And when I first started using those tools of asking my body what she wanted to eat and what she wanted to wear, I had no sense whatsoever. So be patient with yourself, continue to be in the question and just see what shows up. And then once I started asking questions, the other thing that really was a contribution to me and my body is having the 5 elements of intimacy. And we've touched on them already. Trusting my body, trusting that my body, and you know what, pole dancing facilitated this for me a lot. Because there were a lot of things that my mind was like, no. And my body was like, oh yeah, girl, we're doing it. And we would do it easily. And, my body was actually always a step ahead of the class. I'm not a futurist or anything like that. I don't go and fast forward all the time. But my body was usually a step ahead of the class. The teacher would show me something and my body would be like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, body, this is for you. So let's do it. And then I would do the advanced trick or something like that. So trusting your body, that your body knows what your body desires and requires for itself, being an allowance of your body. Look, maybe your body really needs sugar and wants that piece of chocolate cake. Would you be willing to allow your body to have it without any kind of judgment? Or maybe it wants a burger and maybe 10 seconds later it wants a salad, whatever that is. Having gratitude for your body. And when I look at gratitude and I perceive my body, literally the magic of bodies, the innate wisdom that our bodies have. Right now, all of our hearts are beating. Our bodies are breathing. There is blood coursing through our veins, and we're not doing anything. When I look at that, I'm like, wow, I am so grateful for just the innate wisdom that my body has. So trust, allowance, gratitude, honor, to treat my body with regard. If my body's tired and I need to lay down, I lay down. If I'm sitting and I'm hard at work on my computer, but my body's like, I gotta go, we gotta run, I go. Turn on some music, dance, just to have regard for your body. and then being vulnerable with your body. And to be honest, that's one that I am looking at a lot. I've been asking a lot of questions about what is that to be vulnerable with my body. And I think it's been the last couple of days. I was just at like the lines and manipulations class, and I just hit this total space of vulnerability, and my body has just been crying for like 2 days, just releasing, letting go everything that I've locked in and held in. And like I said, freedom is a continuous journey and a continuous choice, you know. So asking questions, light and heavy, to get the energy, and really embracing the 5 elements of intimacy with your body. When I first heard about those, I thought, oh, yeah, in a relationship and with my friends and family and whatever. And then it like dawned on me like, whoa, what if I could have these, first of all, with myself and with my body? And that's really changed a lot for me.
Yeah. And I have something when you were talking about trusting your body. I always get this like a wall. Like, okay, what if I trust my body, but my body wants something that I don't really want to do, and I don't really want to wear, or I don't really want to eat? How can we change that?
So, okay, well, there's a couple of things here, like trusting that your body knows what it would like for itself. Let's just say, for example, it's something that your body wants to wear, but you don't really want to wear it. The thing is that the body has its own consciousness and its own awareness. And sometimes you may have a different point of view about between what your body would like to do and what you would like to do. And in those moments, like, it's just choice. You can choose to, like, okay, body, wow, can you acknowledge your body? Hey, body, I hear you. Like, okay, this is what you would like, but I kind of would like to do this. And it's just a choice. And you can choose without judging yourself or your body. There is nothing wrong. You know, maybe it's like freaking 100 degrees outside, but your body wants to wear like a super comfy, you know, wool jacket. And you're like, okay, well, thanks, but it's kind of hot outside, you know. And I also, like, when I work with clients, who, like, are really, really sort of locked up in this area, I invite them to just begin the dialogue and then look at, like, negotiating with your body. You know, like, I smoked cigarettes for a long time, and my body was just really done. Like, I would smoke a cigarette, my body would not feel good, I would get tired, I'd get nauseous, there was all this just stuff happening. I was like, okay, body, I hear you. You don't want to smoke anymore, but I really enjoy smoking. So what can we work out here? And lo and behold, like a month later, I meet my lover, and he introduces me to vaping, which has no chemicals and no nothing. So I get to smoke, you know, with the vaporizer, and my body gets to not have all the chemicals and all the crap that come in cigarettes. And so there you go. Like, okay, body, let's work it out. You know, what can we create here together? What can we create so that you're happy and I'm happy? So that's just an invitation to just, you know, hang out with your body and see what's up, you know?
And be present with your body. Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, I love that, Yuryra. I was asking for that. My demand of me this week, in this kind of looking towards this month of well, at least speaking about freedom, right? Let freedom ring and everything. It's this being present with everything, noticing everything, not resisting anything, asking questions, and just that space of, I guess it's vulnerability. And you cannot have presence if you're not willing to be vulnerable. When you're willing to be there with all of you, including the stuff that, I mean, I looked at myself in the mirror. I've been playing with looking at myself in the mirror the last couple of weeks, and naked, okay? Before, after, shower, whatever, naked. That's key. I mean, looking into myself in the mirror, putting on makeup, whatever, no biggie. I can handle that. I smile at myself. I give myself 2 thumbs up. The minute the fabric barrier comes off, the clothing comes off, it's like, essentially. Yeah. And it's been really interesting because I've gotten to almost like myself head on. Like looking at myself face on in the mirror was great. Like literally, I danced in front of the mirror, and I was really happy as long as I would just see the front. The minute I turned to the side, and I did that today, I went, what is that? And suddenly there were all these like lockups and judgments and not being present and not, being vulnerable and kind and grateful. Suddenly I went into, what the hell is this? And not being willing to be that space, literally, that allows the movement. Which, by the way, is really interesting because my body has not stopped moving this whole entire time. It's really funny. Wow. What would it take to have more? I walked away from the monitor and I missed our break cue. That's really funny because I had my back turned and I was dancing.
Well, you did want more. We'll just have more now. No.
Yeah, that joy, that's what I before we do anything else, I would just like to really tell you guys, both of you, how grateful I am for this energy and for speaking about it, because literally it is connected and it is inviting. And let me tell you, I was here in the room before, and my body wasn't moving. I was sitting in front of the computer. I went for a walk earlier, but there wasn't this, joyful, it's like it's got a mind of its own right now.
I love it.
And it's so wonderful, and it's such a gift.
Yeah, I wonder, what is opening up in your body and what invitation that will be from here on out. And it's like every day choosing something different, a little bit more, like you were saying, with your body. And today the question, or, whenever, was, what is that? Maybe tomorrow it'll be like, body, what is that? What are you trying to tell me? What's this?
Yeah.
Too many tacos.
I say this a lot, I look at my butt and sometimes there's cellulite and sometimes there's some on my thighs and sometimes there's not. And I just look at the cellulite and I'm like, hey, what are you trying to tell me? What's going on? Am I healing someone? Have I been judging you and I'm not aware of it? Our bodies are always, always, always communicating something. And if we could get out of the wrongness and the judgment of what our bodies look like, and we could get into the question, then what would that create? What if there was something wrong with whatever your body is doing and whatever, I think that I was in Puerto Rico recently and I had this massive toothache. Actually, it started off, I don't even know how it started off, with this searing pain that I literally could not even get out of bed. I would get out of bed and stand up and I would lay down and it wouldn't be there. And then I'd get up and within 15 minutes I was in excruciating pain and I had to lay down again. And I was like, okay. Anyone else rush to the hospital? What's happening? There's something wrong. And I had maybe 10 seconds of that. And so I lay down. I was like, okay, body, what are you trying to tell me? What is this? What are you aware of that I'm not willing to be aware of? And through asking a lot of questions, thank God my lover was there, and we did a lot of, the access consciousness body processes. And my dentist was like, oh, you're going to have a root canal. And I was like, no, I'm not. But okay, no root canal, no pulling of tooth, nothing. I allowed my body to process and move through whatever that was. I don't even have such a cognitive sense about it. And I'm fine.
Wow.
So what if there's nothing wrong with your body? What is your body communicating to you? What is your body aware of? Because our bodies are usually aware way before we are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Something that we have a judgment or a point of view about. Our bodies are just constantly communicating with us. So,
What's really interesting is that even with a lot of the tools of access consciousness that we use throughout this program and in all our cases throughout our lives, there's like the cognitive part of the tool that lands in your universe and you go, oh yeah, I get that cognitively, right? But then there's that where it goes in to the body and the being, and you really get that there is nothing wrong, that it is a communication about something. I remember I was at a 7-day event in Costa Rica a couple of years ago, and I was so sick for the first day I was fine. The day after, I could barely hold my head up. I went to the place where the conference was, literally carrying a pillow with my head on a pillow and just laying down practically, groggy and feverish. I wasn't able to eat for 3 or 4 days. And I asked Gary Douglas, the founder, I was like, okay, so what is this? Like on day 2 of this. He says, well, who does it belong to? I said, I get that it's not mine. I get that. I know it's not mine. But for whatever reason, it was like I was holding on to whatever this is. That was like the Monday I started. The Thursday in the morning before breakfast, I get this text from my daughter's mom, my daughter's best friend's mom. There was this text that came in the mommy chat from school. Just wanted to let you guys know that my daughter has scarlet fever and has had it since about Monday. And I asked, Body, was that what you were trying to tell me? Because the girls were playing the day before, and so I don't know if I was curing or healing my daughter or just aware of her friend. But literally within 2 minutes, everything went away. There was no more fever. Appetite came back. Everything shifted because I didn't lock it in.
Wow.
To, I didn't have to hold on to that. But for whatever reason, there was somewhere where I was just staying with a tool cognitively in my head, but wasn't really kind of letting that awareness be. And sorry I'm out of breath, but my body's still going.
You're still doing hip circles over there.
Oh, yeah, hip circles, knee circles, twists on the floor, everything. It's amazing. So bodies are just such a beautiful gift. So
and, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, please. Go ahead. You're our guest of honor today.
So what I want to kind of touch upon regarding what you are sharing is the capacities that our bodies have for healing that really aren't acknowledged in this reality. Like, you don't grow up with your parents or anyone, oh yeah, you have a healing body. Who are you healing right now? Like, who does this belong to? What capacities do your bodies have? And so I just want to kind of throw that out there in terms of, if you have a healing body and you are sort of trying to heal other people, or your body is trying to heal other people, to have that awareness as well. That question, who does this belong to, with your body is also, brilliant. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And, okay, body, is this really required? Like, can they receive the healing? Is this really going to work? We don't really have to do this. Thank you, body, for your contribution. Yeah. What energy can we send? What energy can we contribute without taking it on? So, thank you for that. It's like you're saying, our bodies are absolutely miraculous. And what would it take for us to embody that miraculousness?
Oh my gosh. And acknowledge
another class there.
Yeah, and acknowledge the amazing contribution that our bodies are. And because it seems like bodies are kind of just they receive all the judgments from everybody and from us. And it's about bodies is in this reality, it's just about how they look. know the capacity that they have. It's just know the consciousness that they are. It's just a body is something that it looks good or not. And if you move in this reality, it's you move to make your body to look in certain way. So we love that joy of movement, of joy of embodiment that the bodies are. And it's wow, it's so amazing how we just we're losing the point of what the bodies
playfulness.
are.
Yeah, the bodies want to play. They like to move and to enjoy being lusted after even. They enjoy being turned on and having the rest of the world be turned on too. They enjoy being an invitation. And well, in my case anyway, I don't know about you, but in my case, that's been like the thing I resist most. Like, hey, don't look at me. And it's really interesting.
Well, I don't think that we're actually taught how to receive lust. As a matter of fact, we're actually really taught quite the opposite. I don't know about you, Yuri, and I don't know about you, Rachel, but when I was younger, I'm from Puerto Rico, and men are sometimes very vocal about when they see a beautiful body. Hey, mami, hola, and I was always taught that was wrong. How dare they invade my space? How could they say that? We're not really taught how to receive that energy, what to be with it, how to be present with it and choose based on the energy being delivered. Like, body, is that important to you?
Yeah. For me it was very funny because for me I learned that it was wrong. I learned that, viejos sucios, dirty people, they're talking to you.
Perverts,
perversos. But you know what? My body, I remember that my body liked it. But I was like, oh, no, but this is wrong. Oh, but it feels good. No, but this is wrong. Oh, viejos cochinos. No, but it feels good.
Yes.
So
and
it was like,
that's such a conflicting sort of reality to have around that. Like people like to touch my ass. I like to touch my ass. I have an amazing ass.
I'll gladly touch your ass next time.
And I think that it's a healing ass, but I had such a conflict around it. And then when people touch it, they have a conflict around it, like they shouldn't have done that or whatever. And my body's like, yeah, bring it. I love it, But there's just, like you're saying, Yuri, this like, oh, yes, my body likes it, but no, I really shouldn't like it. So everything that is, can we just destroy it or create it? Because, that, and also, like, back again, the touching, the senses, the sensation, the sensualness, the pleasure, that's all the body's domain. And, to bring it back to the movement and to pole dancing, that is what pole dancing invited me to. I was invited to touch my body and caress my body and feel the different textures of the different clothes and outfits that I was wearing against my body. Like, hello, we don't do that, in a regular setting. I mean, we just don't have that caring for bodies in this reality. And the movement was like, body, how do you want to move? What would you like? What does this song inspire in you? And there are times when I'll play a song and I invite my clients to do this as well. Like, pick a song, but don't move until your body wants to move. Even if that means you sit there for the whole song. If your body doesn't want to move, don't move. Invite your body to guide the movement. So, yeah.
I love
that. That's cool. That's cool. There's no expectation or projection on the body, on the how, on the form or the way that it has to be moving to be able to. There's no target other than to enjoy and to connect, and to commune, to just be with it. Wow, beautiful. I love that.
Yes, beautifully set. There is no target. I am not trying to do anything. I am literally being with my body and however that like shows up.
Yeah. Well, I would like to, let's go for a little break. And we have time during that break to touch your body and come back and keep talking about this deliciousness body thingy that I love.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Everybody enjoy playing with your beautiful awesome.
Yeah.
How much force and effort have you used in creating your life? What if there is a different possibility? What if the energy of seduction is the invitation that you could step into that will create your life with ease, elegance, and joy beyond any limitation? Join your seductresses Rachel and Yuryra for a playful exploration of enamored living. Is it time to fall in love with your life? Tune in to Seducing Beyond Limitations radio show with Rachel Silber and Yuryra Guzman, where you'll be seduced into stepping into your greatness and playing with yourself in a whole new way. Are you ready to embrace all of you? Listen for Seducing Beyond Limitations every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12 p.m. Central, 11 a.m. Mountain, and 10 a.m. Pacific on A2Zen.fm.
What would you say if I told you that you could change your life in only 1 hour and all while lying down relaxing? Thousands of people all over the world have. What am I talking about? It's called Access Consciousness, the bars. The bars is an energetic body process that contains 32 different points on your head that when run assist you in releasing decisions about any area of your life that you have made solid and as a result cannot change. The bars is the first class in Access Consciousness, a dynamic set of tools and information designed to transform any area of your life. When you have a bars session, the worst that can happen is you feel like you had a fantastic massage. The best thing that can happen is your whole life could change. Go to accessconsciousness.com today to find a facilitator to schedule a private session or to find a bars class in your area. Are you willing to give yourself an hour to change your life?
This is Seducing Beyond Limitations with Yuryra and Rachel. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255. In Canada, 613-800-8736. In the United Kingdom, 033-0001-0625. Or you can Skype us at A2Zen.fm. You can also send us questions or comments by email by sending them to seducingbeyondlimitations@gmail.com. Now back to the program.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Seducing Beyond Limitation, where we're just going to hop right back into a delicious, joyful, wonderful, amazing conversation with Patty Alfonso, the creator of pole dancing for consciousness and all sorts of other yumminess. Oh, I love that. I like big butts and I cannot lie. That's great, Patty. So speaking of big butts and cannot lie, how can people contact you? Other than the .sexy that I can't remember the front, if you could fill in the front, that would be fantastic.
So, you can reach me at pattyalfonso.sexy. I have a free video series. I know, right? I have a free video series, how I incorporated the tools of Access Consciousness with pole dancing for consciousness. And then I want to invite people, I guess I don't have it up at the website quite just yet, but I created this 30-day, it's called the Essence of You, the Taster. And it's 30 days of emails and videos, and, hopefully I'll have that up in the next week. But just an invitation to be and have all of this with your body, with all the tools that I've used, and applied to creating more freedom for myself in this area. So yeah, pattyalfonso.sexy. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. I'm everywhere. Come play with me.
Yay!
Travel everywhere. That's great. Oh,
Are you having any class, upcoming class, Patty, somewhere in the world because you travel all around?
I do travel, so I have a couple of things coming up. I have a Zoominar series called Getting Out of Lockdown coming up July, I think it's 13, 14, and 15. And that's, getting out of lockdown, opening up to the whispers of your body. And then I am at the moment creating this amazing series, which I'm going to launch very soon as I pick dates, called the Being Series. And it's going to be a series of one-off calls, hour and a half, 2 hours, being with your body, being sexualness, being the golden planet. I may throw in a being autistic one in there too. So I'm in the process of creating, but I'm really excited. My graphics look amazing. And so, yeah, those are the two things that I have coming up. And I am looking at and asking a lot of questions about doing my first 2-day live pole dancing for consciousness event. And right now it's like to do it in Dubai. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what else I can create.
Delicious.
What would it take? That's fantastic. And you just said Dubai, and in the Middle East, where there's so many points of views about showing your body or not showing your body, and modest and immodest. So everything that brings up in anybody's universe.
Well, I'm also I was just in Dubai. I did a couple of speaking engagements, and I totally had that oh my gosh, I'm in the Middle East, I can't talk about this, blah, blah, blah. But I did, and it was so well received, and I got offers from so many countries. I'm going to be interviewed later this week for a Pakistani show, and this guy came up to me, he's like, oh my gosh, I want you to come to Pakistan, and the women there really need what you have to offer. And I was like, holy gamoles. Okay, let's do this, So, and this is the contribution that your body can be to your life and your business, because I would not have this business if it wasn't for the demand that my body made of, hey, I want this. Okay, let's do it. So
I'm excited about all the movement. Yeah, what a contribution. Now, Yuryra and I are going to be co-facilitating a class coming up in Cancun. It's going to be like a retreat, and the more we're speaking and the more my body has not stopped moving since minute 3 or 4 of this call. I'm just wondering, when we're there in Cancun, it's speaking about embracing all of you and giving people tools to shift wherever they're stuck, to be able to choose more possibilities in everything. I wonder how much fun it'll be to have some of that class while standing up and moving, however way it works for people. So that's just, what a fun invitation. And if anybody would like to find out more, join us or ask us questions, you can send us a note to seducingbeyondlimitations@gmail.com. Yuryra and I will be in Cancun facilitating what's called the 5 Days of Change Bars and the 4-Day Class Foundation, which we love to bring to life in a very experiential way. So I wonder how much movement and joy we can include in that.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And I'm so happy, Patty, that you were with us today. It was an amazing invitation for sexualness, for movement, for freedom, for being with your body. For me, has been a gift, and I don't have even words to express my gratitude to you and your kindness and your sexy energy. Thank you for being here with us.
And you're being willing to be with us at midnight your time.
Yeah.
Such a gift to us and to the whole world. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ladies. It's been a pleasure
being willing
and an honor.
Sexy.
Yeah. So let's thank you everyone for being with us today, and have a beautiful week and seduce all the limitations. Yeah, and see you next week with Tango time and tango music without limitation, just seduction. Seduction. Seduction.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you for listening to Seducing Beyond Limitations radio show. Your seductresses Rachel and Yuryra will return next Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12 p.m. Central, 11 a.m. Mountain, and 10 a.m. Pacific on a2zen.fm to invite you to play with yourself beyond limitations. Until then, be joyful and embrace the seduction of life.